Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And it is time for some more predictions here. And this time it is going to be for WWE Backlash. It is going to be happening in France, so it is going to be a nice early pay per view on Saturday, or PLE as they like to call it at this point in time. And by every stretch of the imagination, at least based off of everything that I've seen so far, this is a 5 match card, and it has the potential of being a very predictable card, at least in terms of winners. There might be a little bit of a wrinkle here or there that they could throw in there, but it's one of those wait and sees. Now, just because the show is more than likely going to be quite predictable in the terms of the outcomes, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on what style of matches that we end up getting with everything to go along with it. Now, going ahead and getting started right into everything, we are going to start with the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. It is going to be Asuka and Kairi Sane going up against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. In the just based off of this, they're keeping that feud going from WrestleMania with Bianca and Jay going up against Damage Control. And honestly, at this point, it's one of those things, where Io lost her title at WrestleMania. It's probably time for Asuka and Kairi to lose theirs here. Now, where do they go with Damage Control after that? I don't necessarily know. There is a possibility. This is like one of the two matches that you could probably say that they may go a different direction in. My pick is going to be Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill for the win on this one. I just feel like they'll have them set up as a team for a little while to eventually probably set up for a feud between the two of them at a later date, and and obviously a one-on-one match down the line. So, like I said, I'm gonna go with Bianca and Jade for this one. And up next, we have another tag team match. It is gonna be Randy Orton and Kevin Owens going up against, well, a newer version of the Bloodline. It is gonna be Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. This is gonna be actually Tama Tonga's first match. He's basically shown up and attacked, basically either attacked Kevin Owens or Jimmy Uso up until this point. And we've honestly been getting some decent brawls with Tama Tonga and Kevin Owens and everything to go along with that. Now, if this is going to be a new version of the Bloodline going forward without Roman, but you're still going to have Paul Heyman around. Obviously, Solo Sikoa was there to be there for a long period of time as well. There is I'm sorry, stumbling over my words there. I feel like this will be one of those areas where you're going to want to start putting that new Bloodline over. And so with that, it's going to be where I'm going to be picking Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga to go ahead and take the win with this one. Now, I know there is a rumor going around that Jacob Fatu is going to show up in this match. I don't know if that's going to necessarily happen. It would be a nice little touch to add in there if he does show up here, though I can imagine we will be seeing him soon if it's not on Saturday's pay-per-view. And up next is going to be for the WWE Women's Championship. It is going to be Bayley going up against Naomi, going up against Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match. And honestly, again, I feel like this is one where you have to go with Bayley on this. I know there's probably going to be a lot of, or not necessarily a lot of fans towards Tiffany Stratton, but I do feel like Tiffany Stratton is going to be a person who's going to take the women's title down the line. Though I feel like her feud, for the most part, has shown up, even though she's, attacked Bayley a couple times with everything, but most of her feud has been with Naomi. And typically what we've been seeing as of late, when two people are kind of feuding with each other to a certain degree, they kind of cancel each other out and the other one picks up the victory. So I'm gonna go with Bayley in this particular match. Now, does this set up for something further down the line with her and Tiffany Stratton, or is it set up for another match with her and Naomi? More than likely, I think they have that a little bit more down the line if they're going to keep that title with Bayley for a little while. It does feel like you see a feud with Nia Jax coming after this match. So I do that's one of the other reasons why I feel like they're going to keep the title Bayley because they had Nia Jax basically take out Bayley when she showed up on SmackDown. So I would imagine that's going to be the next feud, so Bayley's going to be the one who ends out winning this match. And up next is going to be for the World Heavyweight title. It is going to be Damian Priest going up against Jey Uso. And, you know, in terms of everything I said in the women's tag title match, there's a possibility that they go one way or the other. Even though I picked Bianca and Jade, there is a possibility maybe they throw a curveball and it's going to be Asuka and Kairi that wins there. I feel like this is another match that has that potential. My thought process and my pick is still going to be Damian Priest, but with everything going with Clash at the Castle coming up and, you know, them being in Scotland, and they might be putting that World Heavyweight title back on Drew to go along with it around that time frame. Do they really want to do a heel versus heel type match between the two of them? Because you imagine, you know, Drew's gonna be in the main event of that particular pay-per-view. Obviously, we'll have to see where the stories go. So there's a thought process that in my head that maybe they put the title on Jey Uso to kind of play off of everything between Drew and Jey. But also, I just feel like they will go with Damian Priest in this particular case because they did have him cash in Money in the Bank. I do think it's a little too soon to take that title off of him, though I don't expect maybe this title run to last as long as, say, maybe a Seth Rollins one or some of the or other title runs have been going as of late. But I think in this case, you gotta go with Damian Priest. And up next is for the WWE Championship. It's going to be Cody Rhodes going up against AJ Styles. This is Cody Rhodes' first title defense since winning the title at WrestleMania. Who do you think I'm going to pick with this? I really like AJ Styles and wouldn't mind seeing him have a WWE title run or a World Heavyweight title run before the end of his career once again. This just isn't the time for that. I expect that this is going to be one of those matches where you're going to rather enjoy the match and the action that we get between the two of them, because I do feel like they can tell a pretty good story inside the ring with everything that they've done to set up going into there with the contract signing and everything like that. But you're not taking that title off of Cody Rhodes so quickly. The only thing I see them possibly doing for taking that title off of Cody Rhodes rather quickly after WrestleMania is if he does happen to get injured and needs to be out for a significant period of time, then you would have to take the title off of him. But I don't feel like that's the case here. I know there's a rumor that he may have injured himself on SmackDown recently, but it doesn't seem to be the case with that. So, like I said, it's going to have to be Cody Rhodes in this match. Now, that is all the matches. It was, again, only a 5-match card to begin with. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Or also like the channel and subscribe if you so wish with everything. And yeah, like mentioned, if you leave a comment, go ahead and leave your predictions down in those comments for everything. And I feel like this does still have that potential of being a fun watch, though, again, I felt like it was going to be a rather predictable card to begin with. So with that being said, I hope you all take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your day.